World Zone.
The use of fossil fuels is a major producer of CO2 gas emissions. Fossil fuels are generally used on land, sea, and air transportation. In 2010, the transportation sector contributed to CO2 gas emissions of 5.53 million tons. Countries in the world are starting to find solutions to reduce the use of fossil fuels. In the sea transportation sector, China has been producing electric cargo ships, and the USA has made electric speedboats. Solar Impulse 2 is a prototype air transportation product from Switzerland that has been flying from Abu Dhabi to San Francisco. In the land transportation sector, Tesla controls the electric car market with lithium-ion battery technology. However, there is one mass transportation on land that has not been touched by renewable energy, namely trains. Conventional trains still use diesel fuel that produces CO2 emissions and noise from the engine. Germany and India are the leading countries in the use of renewable energy in railways. They are designing and making electric trains that are fully driven by renewable energy to replace diesel-fueled trains. You know that the electricity used in electric trains is still supplied by power plants that use fossil fuels. Indian Railway powered by solar cells. In 2015, the government of India shocked the world at the Climate Change Conference through a statement that would produce 160 gigawatts of electricity from wind turbines and solar cells by 2022. This prompted solar cell installations in India to experience a very significant increase. Floating solar cells began to be built in several cities to realize their promises. In addition, India also invested considerable funds to install solar cells on the roof of the train in December 2017. The solar cells used are a type of flexible thin-layer solar cell. The solar cell will be installed on the roof of 250 local trains. The electricity produced is used in air conditioners and lights on the train. In addition, lithium-ion batteries are used as a place to store energy on the train. 16 panels of solar cells will be installed on each train car that can produce 300 watts of power. Solar cell electric trains are estimated to be able to reduce the use of diesel by 21,000 liters per year and reduce CO2 emissions by 9 tons per year. The train can run for 72 hours at a speed of 80 kilometers per hour. In March 2015, India had 7,137 train stations. Arun Jaitley, Minister of Finance of India, announced that 7,000 train stations in India would use a solar power plant with a capacity of 1,000 megawatts. At present, the Indian government is still completing the construction of 300 solar cell-powered stations with the hope of increasing to 2,000 train stations as soon as possible. This electric train has not fully made solar cells as the main energy, because the main fuel to drive the train still uses diesel. Nevertheless, the Indian government is designing solar cells that are more effective and efficient so that the train can be fully driven by electricity from solar cells. This is the first step to applying environmentally friendly energy to electric trains. Hydrogen gas as railway energy source in Germany. If India designs an electric train using solar cell technology, Germany designs a fully electrically driven train using fuel cell technology. Fuel from fuel cell technology is hydrogen and oxygen gas from the air. This electric train will also use lithium-ion batteries as energy storage. Alstom, a French power generation company, will make 14 hydrogen gas-fueled electric trains to be tested in Germany in 2018. The train is named Karadia Eland, which can travel 1,000 kilometers with a hydrogen gas tank fully charged. The maximum speed that can be achieved is 140 kilometers per hour. Fuel cells are electrochemical devices that react hydrogen and oxygen gases to produce electricity. Besides electricity, the product produced by the fuel cell is water vapor. The company said that hydrogen gas used in electric trains is a byproduct of the industry. This project is a collaboration between Alstom and Linde, a German gas company that will supply hydrogen gas. The trials to be carried out in Germany attract the attention of the UK government. The UK government said it would use fuel cell technology on its electric train in 2021 if the trial was successful. In 2050, the UK government is targeting zero emissions in each transportation sector. One city in the UK that is preparing the concept of zero emissions is Oxford. This is in line with the results of discussions on climate change held in Bonn, Germany in November 2017 to reduce CO2 emissions generated from various sources. The discussion was attended by countries that are members of the UN network. Fuel cell technology will be increasingly widely used, especially in the land transportation sector, because the efficiency is twice that of diesel engines. Before India and Germany developed electric trains with solar cell technology and fuel cells, the Dutch government had first made electric trains using wind energy. The Dutch again managed to realize environmentally friendly transportation. This time they operate a wind-powered electric train. The Dutch train company, NS, announced that from January 1, 2017 all the electric trains they operate 100% use power from wind power plants. This project was realized faster than originally planned. For the success of the project, many parties, especially the supporters of renewable energy, hope that the same wind-powered electricity project will be transmitted in other countries. Primarily the United States. In 2015, the Dutch government announced plans to supply wind-powered electricity to all electric trains in the country. It turned out that the success at the beginning of this clean energy program resulted in a figure of 75% of wind-powered electricity for electric trains in 2016. As a result, it was not too difficult for them to push the figure to 100% in early 2017. NS, which is one of the largest railway companies in the Netherlands, collaborated with energy company Eneco in 2015 to provide renewable energy to all its electric trains. Until now, NS transports 600,000 people per day. The electric train used by NS uses around 1.2 billion kilowatt-hours of electricity per year, which if calculated is roughly the same as the electricity demand for households in the city of Amsterdam. Switching to renewable energy is a big step to reduce the carbon footprint in the country, which has been greatly reduced over the past few years thanks to the many investments in renewable energy projects. The electricity used for the train comes from power plants in the Netherlands, Belgium and Finland, many of which have just been built. However, because some of these plants were built earlier than originally planned, the use of 100% of renewable energy this year will be possible. However, the concept of an electric train made by the Dutch government is to transmit electricity from wind power plants that are outside the train system. While Germany and India use solar cells and fuel cells to produce electricity in one system by train.